Coming back in another video containing what is failure to me. Like I said, I failed on many things in my life where I had to pick myself back up. I remember when I was in this place called Puyallup, I had to contact my brother for money and stuff. I had to contact my brother for money because I didn't have no money. I didn't have no job, and I couldn't establish myself here in the state of Washington. and because of the lack of money, I couldn't afford the house of living here in Seattle, including California. So those are failures that I done had in my lifetime that I'm starting to correct. But like I said, when it comes to a woman, I always been with the hookers. I always in thoughts, a woman who will fuck you and fuck your brother. And come back upon me and ask me for money to screw her. And now they was trying to tell me things to do this and that for them. When I barely was even doing for me. The good part about it was I was trying to be nice. But I seen that I can't be nice before everyone. Because everyone ain't gonna be nice to me. Who gave me money when I was down and out? Talking to my brother when I was in Puyallup, Washington, and some parts of California. Sometimes he didn't even want to do for me. I mean, even help me to get in to eat when I didn't even have a job. So, came to Seattle, Washington, walking around women who's looking at me. And I'm really not even that focused on a female, but she looking at me. And how the way they was looking at me, it wasn't a friendship look. It was somewhat like a relationship. And I told myself, I'm not ready for a relationship. And that's the reason why. Because at that time, if I would have winded up on a date, I couldn't even pay the dinner bill. She would have had to pay for it, which is make me to be less of a man. Myself, because the man supposed to pay the bill for the woman. Because see, a woman is like a man's daughter. A woman is like a man's daughter, according to the Holy Bible. Because the man is supposed to do for the woman. She's supposed to be at home cooking and cleaning. He's supposed to be out carrying heavy labor. And a lot of men don't do that. A lot of men don't do that. But I want to be that man to try to be for her. Even on the times when she have her down days. I don't want to be that type of man to bring her into my life and do nothing. Because if I do nothing, I'll be put on child support. Even a child will make me have failure. Because, look at it. Why do you think I started screenwriting? So failure played a big part of my history in the city and living my life on my own until the days came when I came to Seattle, Washington. When them women was looking at me the way they was looking at me, I understood right then and there. What happened in Redmond that day, including Bellevue, I was really, really mad. Walking in Bellevue, I looked over at a white woman and I said, man, suck my dick. She gonna tell me, pull your pants down. I'm like, what the fuck you telling me that shit for? Like, it just like my eyes bugged. The heck you telling me that shit for? So I just walked up. And what shocks me now about it is she could have took me to a restaurant. And I had no money. So that made me want to be more responsible, to take care of my own needs and actions, to take care of my woman. Because Washington put a sight in me that I did not see. And I told myself, I can easily fall into a relationship. If I don't do nothing about myself, if I wind up having a child right now, I'll be on child support. I'll be on child support. That's what she said. She'll put me on child support. Because I wouldn't have nothing to take care of my own son or my own daughter. So, yo. That's why I'm starting to be more responsible for my own needs and my own actions. Because life is teaching me to be a man. And failure played a big role with me in the city. Why I started leaning on people. It came to a point where I had to stop leaning on people. So therefore, failure played a big role in my life. Thank you.